We have reached a crossroads in the ongoing harassment scandal. When discussing abuse allegations, it's important to reiterate that Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey have yet to be charged with any formal offenses. Many alleged perpetrators have already been found guilty in the court of public opinion, and there have been professional consequences for them. Spacey, for instance, has been entirely edited out of new Ridley Scott film All the Money in the World. His scenes have been reshot with Christopher Plummer instead. One actor's downfall is another's opportunity, as Plummer recently told Entertainment Weekly, "I'm very saddened by what happened to Kevin, but what can I do? I've got a role. I admire Ridley Scott and I'm thrilled to be making a for him. And so I thought, that was it. Ages ago I was in contention for the role, way back. So I was familiar with it. Then Ridley came to me and I agreed. I wanted to work with him. He's very good. I love the script. The script is wonderful." In a piece for The Times, Libby Purves, whose first instinct on Twitter when the accusations against Spacey surfaced was to defend him and admire his honesty in finally coming out as gay, said, "The hysteria that butchers a finished film and shrieks strip him of his Olivier is not, so far, proportionate. If there are criminal proceedings and a safe conviction, so be it." But she also wonders if some of his behavior is a consequence of the entrenched homophobia of Hollywood, which makes Spacey himself a potential victim. As she puts it, amid the furore about Kevin Spacey, "I tried a thought experiment looking at the sorry business from a wider angle, even beyond the 3 decades during which he is alleged to have groped a proposition dismayed men at least 2 under 18. I wanted to reflect on what my straight world has done and denied to homosexuals. I want to acknowledge how necessary deceit and internalized shame can sour and skew a character. I also want to offer the unpopular reflection that while all abusive UAL behavior is reprehensible, the needy gropings of men damaged by centuries of stigma might just be more explicable, though not excusable, than the behavior of heterodull men who still treat women as toys and think the lady killers are romantics." 2 people recently accused of doing just that were former artistic directors Max Stafford Clark, who was at London's Royal Court, and Michael Colgan of Dublin's Gate Theatre. Stafford Clark has partly attributed his actions to disinhibition that followed a stroke, but others have come forward to say this behavior long preceded it. Colgan, apologizing for his own misjudged behavior, put it down to blurring the boundaries between my work and my life. It was interesting to read another defense the other day for Colgan. Writing in The Guardian, Emma O'Toole said, "I worked at the bar in the Gate for 2 years and I just loved Colgan. The women who have spoken to the Irish media tell tales of his hand eternally resting uncomfortably on their lower backs, ever at risk of sliding towards their bottoms. I am not surprised by these allegations, because that kind of behavior was absolutely characteristic of boozy opening nights at the Gate. I don't think that anyone who has worked at the theatre could honestly say they were surprised. Yet Colgan was exceptionally kind to me. And I suppose that this is one way abusers keep their power in place, by bestowing kindness and favor on some women, building up networks of affection and loyalty, while bullying and harassing others. I'm not saying this is an intentional strategy, it's more like the messy human aspect of it all." She adds, "I don't want to mitigate the impact of misogynistic abuse here, rather, I'm trying to trace the emotional architecture of patriarchy. I never stopped to consider that Weinstein was probably genuinely lovely to lots of women. I scoffed at Lindsay Lohan saying she feels sad for Weinstein. Colgan hasn't been accused of anything that equates with Weinstein. But I do feel sad for him, even if he's getting a comeuppance he deserves." And here O'Toole adds the complicating factor: are we really going to look at a man who gave us a hand up and kick him when he's down? Right now there are all sorts of accusations flying around about plenty of people working in the theatre. Earlier this week, a theatre blogger tweeted to call for a boycott for the press night of a show being directed by one of those currently being accused. But do all those actors deserve to be cast into the professional wilderness for a production? Savigno has since apologized. Getty Images. Andrew Kramer. Lionsgate International. Kramer was investigated for an accusation of inappropriate behavior toward a female assistant. Fallout. Kramer left Lionsgate, but the company's internal investigation was ruled inconclusive. Ken Baker. 3 women anonymously spoke with the Rap, claiming Baker, an E! News correspondent, sent inappropriate text messages and in one instance groped a woman at a party. Fallout is investigating the accusations and Baker will not appear on air during the investigation. Baker said in a statement to The Wrap that the anonymous allegations are simply not true, and, frankly, are heartbreaking to hear. Ben Affleck grabbed actress Hilary Burton's left breast while on air during an appearance together on MTV's Total Request Live. Fallout. Affleck wrote on Twitter, "I acted inappropriately toward Ms. Burton and I sincerely apologize." Getty Images. Andy Signor. Several women alleged UAL misconduct against Signor, the creator of the YouTube series Honest Trailers. Signor was accused of UAL assault, sending inappropriate messages and making lewd comments to employees. Fallout. His employers at Defy Media and Screen Junkies fired Signor following an investigation. Getty Images. Bill O'Reilly. After being fired from Fox News earlier in April, it was reported in October by the New York Times that O'Reilly paid $32 million to settle UAL harassment claims from a co-worker. Fallout. O'Reilly told Matt Lauer he'd done absolutely nothing wrong, and that this was a political and financial hit job. Fox. Tyler Grasham. Actor Blaze Godber-Lippman said ARPA agent Grasham fed him alcohol and newly assaulted him when the actor was in his late teens. Actor Tyler Cornell filed a police report claiming the agent sodomized him and teen Brady Lindsay described predatory behavior by Grasham. Fallout. Actors Finn Wolfhard and Cameron Boyce left the agency, and Grasham was fired. Rick Nahara, director of the CBS Diversity sketch comedy Showcase, made inappropriate and lewd comments to co-workers in multiple instances. Actress Rachel Bloom sent an email to participants warning of his behavior. Fallout. Nahara resigned from his role and issued a statement saying he was heartbroken and confounded by deliberate and cruel defamations. Getty Images. David Bourne. Mother Jones Washington bureau chief was investigated for the second time in 3 years for claims of inappropriate physical conduct and rape jokes in light of 2 emails from former staffers in 2014 and 2015, according to Politico. Fallout. Mother Jones CEO said that in the initial investigation, they determined there was no misconduct. Korn denied the allegations but said it was possible his past actions had been misinterpreted. Kurt Webster. Former country singer Austin Rick accused Webster, a veteran Nashville publicist, of repeatedly assaulting, drugging and violating him in 2008 when Rick was 18. Fallout. Webster will step down from his company Webster Public Relations, and the company's name will be changed. Getty Images. David Gillard. Actress Jessica Barth told The Wrap she was drugged and assaulted by Gillard, the co-CEO of talent and literary management company Primary Wave Entertainment, back in 2012. 3 additional women later accused Gillard of rape. Fallout. Gillard announced he would take an immediate leave of absence from the company. Barth also approached the LAPD to revive her attempt to bring criminal charges. Hamilton Fish. Several female employees at the New Republic, where Fish's president and publisher, came forward about workplace interactions that have made an uncomfortable environment, according to the New York Times. Fallout. The magazine's owner Win McCormick asked Fish to remain on a leave of absence, pending an investigation. Getty Images. Adam Bennett. Actor Terry Crews disclosed on Twitter that a Hollywood executive groped his privates, and sources told Variety that Crews was preparing to name Bennett as the unnamed executive. Fallout. Bennett has been placed on leave by WME. Getty Images. Leon Wieseltier. The legendary former New Republic editor responded to multiple allegations of UAL harassment with a statement saying, "For my offenses against some of my colleagues in the past I offer a shaken apology and ask for their forgiveness." Fallout. The financial backer of a culture magazine Wieseltier had planned to launch announced that the magazine was suspended. Jan Wenner. Rolling Stone founder Jan Wenner was accused of offering to trade for work by freelance journalist Ben Ryan. Wenner acknowledged the incident but denied any instance of quid pro quo. Matt Zimmerman. NBC Universal Senior Vice President for Booking, News, Entertainment. Matt Zimmerman engaged in inappropriate conduct with more than one woman at NBCU, a company spokesperson told The Wrap. Fallout. Zimmerman has been fired for UAL misconduct from NBCU. NBC Universal. Andrew Kreisberg, the co-creator and executive producer of Arrow, The Flash and Supergirl, is accused of UAL harassment and inappropriate physical contact with 15 women and 4 men over a number of years, many of whom worked on shows Kreisberg produced, according to Variety. Fallout. Warner Brothers. TV suspended Kreisberg and launched an internal investigation. Supergirl star Melissa Benoist along with other co-stars called for change in Hollywood following the allegations. Getty Images. Matthew Weiner. Mad Men writer Kata Gordon told The Information that Weiner once said to her that she owed it to him to let him see her naked while they were working alone together late at night. Fallout Weiner denied the accusation through a spokesperson, saying, "He does not remember saying this comment, nor does it reflect a comment he would say to any colleague." Kevin Winter. Getty Images. Jeffrey Tambor Van Barnes, a transgender actress and former assistant to Tambor, posted a private accusation to her social media but had no additional comment for the media. Fallout. Amazon is conducting an investigation, and Transparent showrunner Jill Soloway said they will cooperate with the investigation. Tambor said in a statement, "I am appalled and distressed by this baseless allegation." Getty Images. Richard Dreyfuss. Following Dreyfuss coming out in support of his son Harry's accusations against Kevin Spacey, writer Jessica Teach told Vulture that while working together, Dreyfuss exposed himself to her, made numerous advances over months and created an unsafe work environment. Fallout. Dreyfuss emphatically denied exposing himself but said he became in a hole in the late 70s and flirted with all the women. Getty Images. Gary Goddard. Actor Anthony Edwards said producer and director Goddard molested him when he was a child and raped his friend over the course of several years. In 2014, Goddard was named in a lawsuit that was later dropped by Michael Egan, alongside X-Men director Bryan Singer and 2 other executives, accusing them of viewily abusing him as a teenager. Fallout. Goddard's publicist Sam Singer unequivocally denied the accusation and said Goddard was a mentor, teacher and a friend to Edwards. Getty Images. George Takei. Model Scott R. Brunton told THR that after 2 drinks with Takei, he passed out and awoke with his pants down around his ankles and Takei was groping my crotch and trying to get my underwear off. Fallout. Takei said he was shocked and bewildered by the claims. A recent clip from The Howard Stern Show in which the host and Takei talk about grabbing men's genitals has since gone viral. Getty Images. Stephen Blackwell. Former intern Amy Rose Spiegel accused Blackwell, Billboard's chief strategy officer, of viewily harassing her when she was 19, along with other women who reported directly to him. Fallout. Blackwell resigned from his position with Billboard. Brett Ratner. 6 women have accused the director and producer of UAL misconduct, including Olivia Munn and Natasha Henstridge. Ratner's lawyer says no woman has ever requested or received any financial settlement from Ratner. Fallout. Ratner chose to personally step away from all Warner Brothers-related activities, and Playboy put Ratner's biopic about Hugh Hefner on hold. Ratner has filed a libel lawsuit against one of his accusers, Melanie Kohler.